state I couldn't guard a corpse. Talk all the time. You know I'm no good at that. You know I'm no good at that.
The late Tony Scott was a master when it came to creating a visual language that was all his own. Within seconds of watching a Tony Scott film, you can feel his influence behind the camera, even in his earlier work. Later in his career, Tony Scott developed a certain visual style that made him stand out from the rest. You saw it creep into Spy Game, but it was a BMW commercial disguised as a short film where he got to really experiment with what I affectionately call Tony Vision. The focus of this scene study, though, will be Man on Fire, but stay tuned till the end where we'll get to take a comprehensive look at Tony's amazing body of work. While Tony Scott was never a filmmaker you'd expect to take home an Oscar, he was a tour de force of talent. The man had a definitive way of taking any script that was handed to him and making it work. He was a true visual storyteller and directed action like no one else. Man on Fire is probably his most poignant film. The script is an adaptation of the novel of the same name by A.J. Quinnell. Back in 1987, the novel was adapted into a film starring Scott Glenn and Joe Pesci. The novel and first film both took place in Italy and dealt with the mafia. Tony Scott's version changed the setting to Mexico and changed it to dealing with the cartel. The film tells the story of a broken former Marine named John Creasy, who drowns his demons in booze any chance he gets. He visits his old friend in Mexico City where he takes up a bodyguard job since kidnappings are a real threat to wealthy families. The child, PETA, slowly breaks down his cold exterior and helps him find purpose in life again. All that changes when she's kidnapped, and he must now track down those who took her. The scene we're looking at today is the kidnapping scene. It's a masterfully crafted and directed scene that showcases what makes Tony Scott one of the best. He utilizes his hyperreal style to an amazing effect. When mixed in with sharp editing, sound design, and a wonderfully crafted score from Harry Gregson Williams, the end result is raw intensity and emotion. The only context you need to know if you haven't seen the film is that Creasy helps PETA train for a swimming competition leading up to this moment. He trains her to never be afraid of the starting gun because at first she would always flinch at the gunshot and that would stall her start. Now I'll be switching to text commentary that you'll see at the bottom of your screen, and let's dive in. Tony Scott was a true auteur, a filmmaker with an uncompromised vision who enjoyed taking stories of ordinary people and placing them in extraordinary circumstances. He loved to indulge in his style, and that's honestly what makes his films stand out so much. His suicide was a shock to everyone, and a tremendous loss. The one thing we should be thankful for is that he lives every day in the movies he left for us. His body of work is tremendous, and they are a window into his bright and energetic personality. He took Pulp Fiction and turned it into an art. His films are filled with cliches and genre archetypes, but man, are they damn good. It's impossible for a Tony Scott film to not leave a lasting impact on you in some way. And so on that, we end on a quick look into the world of Tony Scott. And please be sure to check out our other scene studies, and remember to always be watching closely, for the magic is in the details.
And I'm always criticized of being indulgent, but indulgence is good because it enables me to do less coverage. Coverage is always, I think, is a killer in terms of when I'm going to come back in and do this and that. Rarely do we have to do that. So it gives you more freedom to do what you want to do and build off it. So that's why I like building those long takes as well. As I like doing with you, and the longer the takes, you find your rhythms and
Right.
And I don't know how. I've never seen other directors work. I've never been on your set. They've been on my brother's set. Never been, so I don't know how other guys actually work. It's all got a different process. I'll never just jump from like one movie to the next. I always take a little bit from the last and rebuild it. But I'm always trying to find ways of how I view the world, how I view people, and how I handle it. And that's what's exciting. Just to repeat yourself and repeat formula, for me is when I say it's boring, I am inspired to actually attack a different world and different people in a different way every day. So that's what I love doing.